Okay, yeah, bye. Hey everyone, very good evening and welcome to the episode number 8 of the TLC Talk Show with Sachin Daya. Hope all of you are enjoying this series where on every Monday at 8 o'clock we are bringing with you the insights from one of our coach, TLC coach, TLC Helios Mastermind coach, where they are sharing their journey and they are talking about what they are getting out of TLC. So welcome once again to TLC Talk Show with Sachin Daya, episode number 8, and we have with us a very special coach all the way from Dubai and one of our leader in TLC Helios Mastermind, Miss Seema Mitra. She's a career mentor. First of all, thank you so much, Seema ji, for joining us today, and a very warm welcome on the TLC Talk Show with Sachin Daya.
Thank you, Sachin, for a lovely intro. What you have given, and one thing I just want to tell: it's the 8th episode, and it is at 8 o'clock, and somewhere my date of birth also matches with 8. So.
Okay. Oh, that's a coincidence. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so before going forward, again, the very first thing I ask my guests, those who join us in this interview series, is about your journey as a professional and how you get into coaching, what you were doing before coaching. So all those insights, if you want to share with the audience.
Yeah, Sachin, actually, my journey of career started with teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that teaching I never dreamt of. From the
Okay.
childhood, I was very aggressive, in fact,
Mm-hmm.
and always I wanted to pursue my career in corporate.
Okay.
From the like when I did my graduation also, and I wanted to do that, but because I
Mm-hmm.
got married, and after that to maintain the family and all that, that was the uh, perfect profession for most of the parents as well as
Yeah.
the in-laws.
Yeah.
So they said okay, and I was the person, I never wanted to be dependent on anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be independent. So I started doing teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I continued with that profession. I was
Yeah.
doing good in that profession, but I never liked teaching
Okay.
because I never liked correction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Correction notebooks and all that. But
Yeah.
it led a very good life for my daughter, because I could give her the education which is imparted in the school as well as, so I knew the mentality of the child
Yeah.
because I worked with the children. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that helped me in growing my daughter. But when she grew, like when she came to the 11th standard,
Mm-hmm.
when she was spending most of the time with the college, like junior college,
Mm-hmm.
7 to 7, she used to be there in the. So that time I thought
Okay.
this, I wanted to change
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to change. I started talking about it. And suddenly I got a chance in a corporate as an HR training, in
Mm-hmm.
HR training.
Okay.
And that is the point, it's a turning point for me. After
Mm-hmm.
14 years of my career,
Mm-hmm.
turning point came at that time when I got into HR training. And HR training, with that, I started liking
Okay.
training people.
Mm-hmm.
Such a hectic schedule I used to follow that time,
Mm-hmm.
but I never used to feel tired, though family was there. I had an ailing mother also, but I took that as a great opportunity. I became a soft skill trainer, also certified soft skill trainer after taking that job.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to travel. Like in the morning, 4:30, I used to take a cab to go and catch the flight by 6 o'clock. Same day, I had to rush back because I had an ailing mother to take care of the house. So
Mm-hmm.
by 12 o'clock night, I used to be back home. So
Mm-hmm.
4:30 to 12
12.
means you are outside the house. Next day again has to go back to the office. Maybe a little late, but it was, I used to go. But
Mm-hmm.
I never felt tired
Wow.
because I started liking that, and I used to address more than 100 people in
Mm-hmm.
the room.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 hours I used to train, 6 to 8 hours training standing.
Mm-hmm.
That love only can take you there. So I used
Absolutely.
to love talking to people, I used to train them, and you won't believe, sales also increased. I got good review,
Mm-hmm.
and just after my training, next day
Yeah.
sales used to just pop up. So
Mm-hmm.
that sales training was going very good. Then that is but when my mother got heart attack after a few years of my corporate life, then she got a heart attack. Then I started thinking, I need to change now. Now this hectic schedule cannot happen. So then, luckily, it's all say you what you think you get it. So I got another opportunity in a college.
Okay.
I was there was a big tussle of mine. What to be done? Should I leave this corporate job? Should I go back to again education? I came out of education sector. Should I go back? That tussle was going on. And then I asked many people. Then I saw training and placement. So I'm not leaving the training part. I'm there with the training. So when I went for the interview also, I said that I did this and my profile is training. I never, I was working in a corporate, but certainly I don't have any experience in placement. So they said, no. First, to enter as a training, main thing is required for the students of the colleges. If they're trained properly for the corporate exposure, then they'll get placed. Okay. And slowly I started liking placement because when I started giving jobs to the students, it is a real happiness. That is the love. And you won't believe, in that particular first college when I took as a training and placement, the MD came up and said, it is her placement is her forte. And that time I came to know that is my passion. That I love to do. See, so many years of trial and error, and you are finding your proper job at that time. And now after that, there is no stop. And now students also know, if Seema ma'am is there, I'll get a proper job. I'll be doing some type of training, or will be putting them into with someone who can guide them. But I work with heart. Like I want the students should be employed or they start earning on their own. They shouldn't be dependent. That is the principle I follow, and then it works. So that is my career journey, how it is. And that's the reason I took it to career mentoring. Then I did the certification last year, and which I had in mind for all those years. I have to, because I'm working with the students. They have lots of issues. They don't know which career to choose and all that. Because while placing them, I found there is a lot of mismatch. Their ability, their mental ability and the work role, which is there is no match. And the work role comes as per the education. True. They are in MBA college or BBA college. So certainly business related will come. No, it will not be coming in the form of technical. Maybe the child has a technical bent of mind, or designing is the bent, or artistic. There is a mismatch I followed, and then I said, the parents are spending so much of money in educating them. In 18 years, they spent nearly crores, I can say, if you go for different colleges and all that. After spending, the child is unemployed. It is the sadness in his or her face, plus the parents, they're not happy. The blame game starts happening. College is not good. But it is not the college. Everyone is getting educated, but proper fitment is not there. There, I thought the career coaching or career mentoring is needed. And that's why that's the calling I got. And that's how my journey of career mentoring started. Though I was doing whenever I used to talk to the student, I used to mentor them. But now I know the technique. What is the technique and what is the mentality of the child, which route they should be following. So now I'm following the tool.
Okay. That's a brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing in detail. And I think it's full of inspiration. Despite having all those challenges that you have faced, you have really followed your passion, and your passion now is something that is driving you forward in your life as well. Despite working for so long hours, now you're on the mission to impact students' life through guiding them in their career journey. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Seemaji, for sharing that. Hope those are watching us must have been really getting the inspiration, the way she has started her career and now the way she is moving forward. I'm sure we're going to impact a lot of lives in coming years and coming time ahead. Now moving on to Simaji, to your this coaching journey. I just want to ask you, what are your proper learnings, or what are the things that you have learned or evolved as a person as well in your coaching journey? If you want to share important
Yeah,
lessons, I would
yeah.
say.
In that coaching journey, I have learned one thing. Like, here, see, the trainers are the person, like we go and train and give them maybe 100 people together, 200
Mm-hmm.
people together. You just give the training. Some people take it, some people don't implement it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you do one-on-one coaching, then you are very connected to that person. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
you take the responsibility of that person to handhold them and take
Yeah.
it to forward to somewhere where the person, I believe in making them earnable. Like, they
Oh.
should earn their own living. They should not be dependent. Maybe their parents may be very rich,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
they should have their own identity.
Okay.
So that one-on-one relation, what we get out of coaching, that
Mm-hmm.
is the benefit of a coach than a trainer. Trainer is for a mass
Yeah,
giving.
masking. Got it,
Yeah.
got it. That's great. That's really good. Any example you want to share from your experience that you have felt that, where you have really impacted the person or specifically a student, where he was really low or she was really low and not finding the answers, then you guided him or her, and now they are, in a very good position and they are earning good, or they're having any experience that you are having, you want to share with the audience,
Yeah,
just for the better
actually, there
understanding.
are lots of experiences.
Yeah, one of
And
them you want to share.
one of them, yesterday only, one student in my one of the show, he had come,
Mm-hmm.
and he told in front of the audience, and that he told how I changed his life, how I impacted. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
This boy was one of the students in the college where I
Mm-hmm.
was taking the career guidance class. And the first
Mm-hmm.
class of the career guidance used to be the goal setting class, like
Okay.
first session. So goal setting, how to do the goal setting and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
there I follow the SWOT analysis specifically.
Okay. Okay.
So I used to give them the work you should do, and then next day you should come and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So after that, next day when he did the SWOT analysis, and when I was just getting up the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
he asked me, "Ma'am, these are the things. I have two different directions. There's
Mm-hmm.
two careers
Mm-hmm.
where my strength lies. I
Mm-hmm.
have this." I said, "Okay, you come to my office. We'll discuss on."
Okay.
So I came. We both went to the office and we discussed. I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Okay, you have the interest in both.
Mm-hmm.
Try both. You are
Mm-hmm.
just very young. You are just not even, you are in first year of your graduation. Try,
Yeah. Yeah.
try. Already he was working as a part-time in Amazon. So
Okay.
I said, okay, try. So
Mm-hmm.
he tried with the sports one. He was
Mm-hmm.
a boxer or something like that. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
try. Trial
Mm-hmm.
and error, you can do there. So he
Absolutely.
followed that. He said, okay. And then what happened next? He said, okay, he got the national award and everything he got. And he said, okay, I have to earn also. So he, like, he was a BCom computer science student.
Mm-hmm.
So he started building apps. He started building websites. So his
Oh.
interest bent on this,
Mm.
and he is still not a, we cannot call it BTech computer science, but BCom computer science. He has his own company today,
Wow.
and he wants to expand internationally. He's
Wow.
earning good,
That's
and
great.
he wants to do his MS now in computer science,
Computer science.
website designing and all those things. So
Wow.
he
Wow.
is doing that to upgrade his education. Otherwise, he says, I can do it. I have started my own venture. And
Mm-hmm.
just because of two elevator pitch, he says, try and
Yeah.
see, and then next one, which one goes good for you.
Yeah.
So that's what I impacted him, I think.
That's a really wonderful story, and thank you so much for sharing that. All the students or all the people, those who are watching, I think one key message she has shared in this whole journey, the whole story, is that trial and error. If you feel like you are interested in two different aspects or three different part of your what I would say careers, go and explore. Because our education system do not tell us, no, don't tell us to go and explore things out. We have been provided a system and we have to go through that system, schooling, graduation, post-graduation, then job. But you need to also make sure that whatever you are doing, you are loving that, right? So that's a really wonderful share. Keywords here is go, try and explore things out, right? You never know, you may end up loving the subject that you think, okay, this is not my cup of tea. And you may end up career, and you may end up impacting a lot of lives through that career choice. So thank you so much, Seemaji, for that wonderful share. Yeah.
Here I want to add to all the viewers here. Like I too believe, as well as I am placing the students, so I do believe, even the recruiters believe, that they should have a practical exposure before they come for any job. So that happens in the colleges, must is internship, that is only for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Okay, so in this 3 months, instead, one of the recruiter was saying, why don't you keep the curriculum as 1 year gap between a 12th standard and then graduation? Let them see where they are good at, and then they choose the career, or then they choose the education. That also they can do. That is one of the recruiters. Instead, I say, along with your education, if you start doing something which you like, you can start earning while you learn. So earning with learning.
Great.
So
amazing advice. Those who are watching us or listening to us, I hope you are getting a lot of value within 15 minutes. Thank you, Seemaji, for putting that for our audience, that you can earn when you are learning, when you're growing. It's not that you have to wait for your post-graduation to start earning the money for yourself. You can do it whenever you want at the age of 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever, right? So thank you so much, Seemaji, for adding that. Moving on to the next question, and let's talk about TLC. Now, I just want to ask you, and I want to know from you, how you got to know about TLC. And I think you have been part of our mastermind group from last couple of months. So if you want to share your experience with the mastermind, specifically Helios, how's the experience so far, whatever your learnings, we want to share again with the audience, those who are watching this.
See, again, trial and error. TLC, actually, I always wanted to become a speaker. Okay, so I was, in fact, here also in Dubai, when I came, I said, okay, I joined a meetup group is there. Okay, through that, one of the trainer, I used to go, I used to travel for 1.5 hours, come back 1.5 hours after my office hours. Means by the time I used to reach back home, it was 12 o'clock night. But I used to go every Wednesday to learn something, communication, because he was taking communication class.
Okay.
So why I did it, I wanted actually not for learning one of the thing, he was one of the part of the speaker group. Okay. So I can get some chance as a speaker somewhere, but it didn't happen. Then I joined another group paying somewhere. I paid also. And I joined another group thinking that I'll get the platform of speaking and training both. These are I never thought of other part. I'll tell you that. So training and speaking, these things I'll be getting through that. But then I found that is a business going on there. There's no hand holding. It's not an associate. It is a business which is taking the people, training. They may give some certificate, but what I'm not looking for certificate. I'm looking for practical exposure. That I was not getting. Then in Dubai, one of my friend, she said, okay, one of the group, she sent the link. Seema, you try, because I used to talk with her because she is a big businesswoman here. So she told, okay, Seema, why don't you try this? So I just joined another group of TLC, and I found the people getting connected. Like I found myself connected to those people, but somehow I couldn't join that group because that timing did not suit me, because it was on Wednesday. And then another group I joined, saw that also timing was not suitable. Then I joined the group Helios, which timing suited me because it is on Friday, an off day. I said, okay, I'll be joining, because I saw 3 TLC groups. Now I have to join, and made a decision immediately that I want to join, because I needed a hand holding first of all, and I needed an association. So where people work all together, and there's a big hand holding I got through TLC, and whatever, like, no, my desire from TLC, I came to know that I can become an author. That was totally, people don't believe. If I say, if anyone is listening, any friend of mine, they don't know what I'm doing, then they'll be, Seema, writing, no. So that has become, and that is the moment I want to share with you later, like what changed me from a speaker, though I want to become a speaker again. I want to inspire the world, like everyone can do it.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, first thing is, yes, if the book comes out, I am really, really grateful to TLC, because it made me writing, and I'm enjoying the writing. Enjoying.
Yeah,
Really
I think the word that you mentioned, enjoying the process. That's really good. Yeah. Great. So thank you for sharing that. I think yes, I think I still remember the call when I connected with you before you made the decision of joining Helios, where you talked about, okay, you have attended 2 or 3 meetings of the mastermind, but time is not suiting you, and then I invited you for another meeting. And so glad to have you here as well, because you are adding again a lot of diversity as well. Yes, you are the first of the first international member that we are having over TLC. So let me just share with you that as well. And then the way, I mean, we also are blessed to have you here inside Helios, because the way you are bringing your knowledge and the way you are having that learning attitude and helping other community members as well. So that is really great to see, and the way you are progressing. I'm sure you have started your workshops, right?
Yeah, I have started. I'll be starting the workshop with the students, but I have started contacting the parents or holding seminars for the parents to make them know what is the importance of diligent career choice. Like they should be very careful while choosing the career for their child.
Yeah, great. So moving on to the next question is, again, it's related to your training that you do, or the coaching specifically. I want to ask the mentoring for the student. So is there any process that you have built so far, or what exactly, if you can share with the audience, anything for them where you can guide them for free or something like that, any help that you can do right now through your coaching or mentoring?
See, I can tell the people, like, yes, I do follow. It's not a very strict follow, because it depends on person to person.
True.
Person to person, and then when I do a coaching, certainly it will be depending on the personal reasons, like why the connect should be made first. If the connect is made, then actually I follow the tool of SWOT. SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. But in that, I never tell my the student or to go for weakness. I always think that strength you should be focusing more, and that strength will shadow your weakness. And with your strength, find the opportunities which you have. And suppose you have some weakness, what are the threats you are having on the line? And find the threats and work on that, so that you become successful. So that is the model I follow to reach to the goal.
Great. And absolutely, that's so true, because if you're focusing on your weakness, again, we all have something unique about us. One thing that really, excites us. It can be left brain activities, logical, analytical things. It can be right brain activities like, designing, creativity, artistic work. So that's so true, because the one thing that you really love doing, that excites you, you can make your career in that. And in today's world, there are so many, job opportunities in every career. You just name it. You have so many job opportunities as an artist, as a musician, as a painter, whatever you want to do. So it's all about finding your what I would say sweet spot, or I call it your niche. Again, a niche come into it's not only for the coaches and trainers. A niche is also for the students, basically. So the area that you really love doing, the work that you love doing, you can build your career there.
Yeah, that's true, because one of the student came, like I'm writing his story also. He believes in developing the niche because he's from designing side, and skill development is very important, and self-education nowadays. Everyone so much online education is there, and self education, not only bookish education will not help any student now. So they should be doing on their own whichever they love. They should be doing it, and they can, again I say, they can earn also out of that. So that's
Yeah.
their, they should follow their, they should find out their niche,
Yeah,
what I
niche.
say.
And you have wonderfully explained that your bookish knowledge will not gonna take you longer, not gonna take you ahead in your life. It's all about the self-education, the education about yourself, knowing about yourself, what excites you, and what are your interests, and then building a career on that and learning the skills that gonna make you successful. So hope all those who are listening us, all the students or all the viewers, I'm sure you must be getting a lot of value through Simaji, the way she is sharing the knowledge. And so how they can connect with you if you want to share anything, any tests you are having for them, or how people can connect with you, specifically student I'm talking about, they want to
Means how they can
connect
me.
with you, yeah, for any
Yeah,
guidance and for any mentoring.
yeah, they can connect with me through TLC.
Okay.
Through TLC they can connect with me, or through my page what is there in my Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
Or my mail ID can be shared with them,
All
because
right.
phone number also can be shared, where WhatsApp connect can be made, and they can get connected. And certainly I can give some ideas on, first of all, job. As you said, uh, there are more than 22,000 career options available. Our students, they don't know, and most of them don't know what are there, but it all depends on what is your bent of mind. And
Yeah.
as per your bent of mind, I can suggest, yes, you can go for this particular line, search yourself, and then decide, discuss and decide your career. That's what a person should be doing.
Great. And I'll be sharing the link of her Facebook page inside the description of this live video so that you can go out and check there as well. And I'll also provide the email ID. If you want to connect with her, you can go ahead and drop an email or related to your problem or the challenging or any kind of guidance that you need in your career. Thank you so much, Simaji, for sharing that. Now let's come to the end part of our interview, that is rapid fire questions. All right. Where you need to answer in one word. I will be asking you 3 questions. Okay. The first one, are ready? Shall we? Okay, awesome. Okay, the first one is now TLC for you in one word.
Community.
Community. Great. Okay. Now, according to you, today's coaches, trainers, speakers, or the authors or consultant, you can cover all the teachers. What they need? One word
Need
again.
a community. They need a community to handhold them and progress, so that they can impact millions of lives together.
Okay, great. And the last one is the most fun and memorable moment of yours till so far in TLC Helios.
Fun moment every day. Whenever I meet on Friday, I look for that. So it is quite fun, and meet and greet topic, really it brainstorm, as well as it sometimes it becomes very funny, but it is really good. And one of the memorable moment I can say, first day when first of all I was invited to speak on 8th of March, that is the Women's Day. And that time I spoke. First time they gave me that, I just joined and they told me that was a real recognition I got. Everyone wants a pat on their back, actually.
True.
So I got that recognition. And plus then after that next meeting, author, you can become an author. I said, author, okay, I took it lightly that moment. Okay, but I was that desire was there inside somewhere. Okay, but I had that desire for my husband, who was a journalist. So he always wanted to become a writer, and he always used to say, one day I'll be the winner of Booker's Award.
Wow.
So I said, okay, I'll be supporting you. And I never thought I'll be writing. I never thought that. Then one day, just after that meeting, next day morning, I get a call from Dr. Smita. And she says, Seema, what do you want to do? I said, yes, I want to write. I started also, with my husband, because I thought I'll collect the stories. I'm writing a book on real stories from the real people. Okay, that will be motivating my people, readers, to carry on with their careers.
Okay.
Because struggles come in different careers, different.
True.
So,
True.
so on that basis, I'm writing that book. So I thought I'll collect the stories and give it to him. He'll write because he has the writing skill, and but it was not happening. It was not happening the way. So Dr. Smitha said, "You can speak so well. Why can't you write?" He said, and she motivated me really. I said, "Okay, today I'll write." That was Wednesday, and I said, "Okay." That day I wrote only 3 words. You won't believe, I just opened the screen because I committed to her. So I just wrote 3 words. Next day, the words started flowing. I had the stories, of course. The words started flowing, and then today I have 20,000 words with me in the
Wow. Great.
Still in the process. So
I mean, you have the way you have moved from 3 words to 20,000 words right now. I mean, really kudos to you, the way you have put in your efforts. And also, I think thanks to Dr. Malik as well for inspiring you to write a book.
Really, and you also came into the picture when I said I want to do this and all that, because I believe in certain principles. See, you said, yes, you can do it. We'll sit together and think of the book cover. Book cover also will be coming within few days. I have to discuss with, though I have already finalized in my mind, but I have to discuss, and then so it will be coming very shortly. And it is on the way, and it is all for the people, that everyone has the potential. It is on 4 P's. That is, follow your passion. Then everyone has the potential to do it. And then choose your profession as per their potential. And power of positivity.
Wow.
Always you should be positive.
True.
So
that's really great. If you want to share the date when we can expect the book to be there on the Amazon, so that people can go ahead and buy a copy. Any tentative date?
It should be coming by August.
August. All right. Okay. Okay. So all those who are watching us, you can go ahead. I'm sure she's gonna share the details on her Facebook page as well. So you can follow her on her Facebook page, which I'll be sharing in the description of this video, and you can connect with her. So we all will be looking forward to your book, Seemaji, because I'm sure it will be full of inspiring journeys, inspiring stories of people which you have interviewed in that book and put in and share with the people, so that they can also feel motivated, so that they can also follow that passion that you're talking about and live to their potential. So thank you so much for sharing that. Any other last message you want to give to the audience, or the students, those who are watching? Any message for them?
One message I want to give to all the students, everyone, for finding a job. There is no dearth of job. Jobs are there. Everyone can earn their living. Only thing, they have to find their potential, what they are good at. And attitude plays a major role.
True.
Work on your attitude. Everything will be at your feet.
Wow.
That is
really powerful words to end the interview. Hope all those who are watching, all the viewers, you must have enjoyed the interview, and because I've certainly enjoyed a lot. And one key learning for me as a listener was exploring and trying things out, because you never know. From her experience, you must have seen that how challenging her life journey was, and still she's enjoying the passion that the mentoring she's doing for the student. Similarly, you can also explore your life and reach to the potential that you want to reach in your life, and enjoy the process as well. So thank you once again, Seemaji, for that wonderful interview and wonderful insights. It was really great to hear your experiences and great to hear about your journey in large.
Thank you, Sachin, for inviting me on this platform. So I'm really thankful to you on this.
My pleasure, Seemaji. Wonderful to have you. And yes, I'm gonna interview again once your book is out. So mark the date as well.
I'll be saying hooray and then start.
Yeah, sure. All right. So thank you so much, viewers, those who have joined us today. Hope you have really enjoyed it. I will see you on the next Monday with another such leader, and no, where they will be sharing about their journey, their inspiration, and their mission, what they are and what they do exactly. Until then, please take care, stay at no, stay home, and keep safe. Bye bye. I will see you on the next Monday.
Bye bye. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night. Bye. Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.